calls. Her voice had its usual smooth, self-controlled calm, never hinting at the turmoil that kept her stomach knotted and her hands clenched in fists. "Mr. Kinsey's expecting you in half an hour, Jessica." Jilly's efficient British voice returned, but beneath it, Jessica could hear the soft note of concern. So much for the efficacy of her mask, she thought warily. "Which Mr. Kinsey? Peter or his father?" "The old man himself. I don't know if it's important or not." "A word to the wise, Jilly," Jessica managed in a perfect drawl. "When the president of the company wants to see you, it's always important." "Even if he's going to be your father-in-law?" "Especially if he's going to be your father-in-law," Jessica said. "Though you know as well as I do that nothing's official." "Not yet." Jilly's voice left little doubt that it was just a matter of time. Whether that voice approved or not was another matter. "Shall I tell the old man you'll be up?" Jessica hesitated. Never had she made a decision based on emotion, rather than professionalism in her enormously successful career at Kinsey Enterprises. Indeed, there'd been no room in her life for emotion at all, until recently, when she'd been unable to fight the crushing depression that was hobbling her. "Call Peter for me, Jilly," she said suddenly, giving in to temptation and despising herself for it. Tell him something's come up. Have him head his father off." "Something concerning the Lincoln merger?" Jilly suggested, understanding far too well. "Yes. No. Then they'd want to know what it is. Tell him I'll explain later. He'll cover for me." "Of course he will. Is there anything I can do, Jessica?" The concern wasn't even masked at this point, and at the other end of the disembodied voice, alone in her spacious office, Jessica grimaced in sudden pain. "No, thanks, Jilly. I just have a wretched headache and too much work to get done to deal with interruptions. I owe you one." "Any time." The intercom went dead. It was already late Friday afternoon. Almost everyone had left the headquarters of Kinsey Enterprises. Everyone but the workaholics. Her desk was clear, spotlessly neat, not a trace of work in sight. With Hamilton MacDowell's latest installment of The Slaughterer beckoning with all its gory glory. She turned to look out the wide windows, past the Turner landscape that hung on her walls, to the New York skyline, never noticing that her hands had once more clenched into fists. At the age of 31, Jessica had her life ruthlessly under control. She had climbed to just within reach of the top of her profession, that summit shimmering in sight, about to drop into her lap like a ripe plum. Vice President of Kinsey Enterprises, Inc., she was about to become engaged to the president's charming, intelligent, cultured son. She was the pampered protege of old Jasper Kinsey himself, and she was in the midst of overseeing a merger with the Lincoln Corporation that would pull them back from a dangerous precipice and quite possibly double their already substantial profits. So why was she sitting at her desk, her hands clenched in front of her, wondering how in the world she was going to escape? Could it be burnout? Jessica had taken seminars on the subject, determined to avoid anything that could derail her corporate success. Financial and personal triumph loomed directly ahead, her past put firmly, completely behind her. The taste of success was sweet, she told herself, ignoring the hint of ashes in her mouth. Her hand unclenched to push through her hair, what there was left of it. The wheat-colored tendrils were beginning to reach just below her small ears, and thoughtlessly, nervously, her hand clutched at the razored strands. She'd have to have it trimmed again, she thought absently, pushing it back as she ignored the sudden rebellious thought. She didn't want to go in for her bi-weekly trim. She didn't want Felipe nagging at her, forcing food on her.